Marty Supreme is not a movie about ping pong. It's about what ambition looks like when it crosses the line into obsession. And whether that line is genius or delusion depends on the person. It depends on what motivates the dream to actually strive for what you want. The real question of the movie is, what are you willing to do to make a feeling real? Are you willing to sacrifice everything to get to an ideal? Are you going to be able to transcend your limitations to go beyond what you think is capable? And for most people, the answer is no. Most people never had a purpose. They had a script written by society, schools, family, media, institutions. These agents of socialization are great if you want to fit in. They maintain social order, maintain the peace, and allows people to get jobs and get into things that maintain the status quo as it is. But if you're trying to be greater than what society is telling you to be, if you're trying to reach an ideal of what you ought to be and not what society wants you to be, these become your enemy. They're no longer things that you need to uphold or follow. They're limits to you becoming limitless, for you to reach your full potential. And that's exactly what Marty Supreme is about. How can I reach an ideal in myself? How can I become greater than anything that I imagine myself to be on my day-to-day basis and transcend my life, my limitation, to get to something that's really quite esoteric and quite infinite and pull it down into reality to become it? Trying to reach the infinite or dream beyond this reality, to dream big, bigger than what is in front of you, is supremely hard. It's quite, esoteric and philosophical. Hence why a lot of people can't even fathom the concept. They can't even think about it because they can't even think about that reality. They only see what they see around them. So inherently, they would never become legendary. They would never become better than anything they've been able to see, because they can't replicate anything that's new, because they can't think of it. They don't have the creativity or the ability to get there. Marty has to fight against every imaginable force in this movie: family, friends, institutions, capitalism itself, the big bad wolf. For Marty to win in real life, he has to reach deep down to his subjective self to get the objective truth of becoming a master, to reach an idea that he has in his head. And that's the only thing that motivates him. Ping pong is the subject matter, but it's not the substance of the movie. The essence of the film is purpose. When you have it, are you willing to seek it, no matter the cost? To your friends, to yourself, whether it's financially viable, whether it's even realistic, whether it even have any benefit for the people around you. Are you willing to still chase it on a obsessive level, to the point that that's the only thing you can think about, that's the only thing you can sleep about, that's the only thing you can dream about, because that's the only thing that you live for? Because this reality kind of becomes a background to the foreground of you reaching this dream. That's something that's outside of reality itself. It's kind of like you reduce this reality to a 2D image. The only thing that's like really real, that's 3D, that you can like touch or feel or eat, is the dream, is the idea of what you will become. Marty says a line in the movie that captures this exactly.
What do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
It doesn't even enter my consciousness.
That's a bar. That's clarity, that's power, and that's the utmost confidence in himself. That's what we call aura. From the outside looking in, Marty is egotistical, self-centered, unkind, and Machiavellian. To put it simply, Marty is not a good person, but his internal drive, his refusal to stay smaller than his potential, is what makes him magnetic to anyone else that has a dream, because the alternative is much, much worse. A dream deferred, a crushed spirit, that's most people's day-to-day. So if you're ever wondering whether your dream is too big, after watching this movie, you might just find yourself asking, what would Marty do?